What is up, chess fans? Welcome back to the Chess 64 Elite Academy. Today we are diving into a chaotic bullet game where things go from 0 to 100 real fast. We are looking at a Zuckertort opening that spirals into absolute madness. Grab your coffee, pay close attention, and let's break down how this game ended in a brutal, forced checkmate sequence. Here b3 is a bit of a passive choice. White is trying to fianchetto the bishop on a3, but in Blitz you need to prioritize central control. By playing b3 instead of something like d3 or e4, White allows Black to dictate the tempo. You have to be careful with these slow setups because your opponent will jump on any lack of activity. White places the bishop on a3 to pressure the d6 square and the long diagonal. It looks proactive, but notice how Black is already perfectly coordinated. Developing your pieces is good, but if they don't fight for the center, you're just asking for trouble. Always check. Are your pieces actually exerting pressure? Or are they just sitting on pretty squares? This is the turning point. White gambles on the knight move to d5. White is hoping to cause tactical chaos, but Black is ready to strike back. In chess, a sacrifice is only as good as the follow-up. White misses the immediate threat here, underestimating Black's development advantage. Bishop takes e7 is a desperate attempt to restore material parity, but Black's queen takes e7 is crushing. Now Black has control, and White's pieces are scattered. When your king is still in the center, every trade that opens lines is a potential death sentence. Black now holds a significant structural advantage. A massive mistake. Pushing g4 like this in front of your own king is a beginner trap. You are weakening your dark squares and inviting a storm. In bullet, instinct often takes over, but this move ignores the fundamental rule. Never open the king's shelter if you aren't ready for a direct assault. Black takes the bishop on a1. And suddenly the board is tilted. Look at the material count. White is down a piece and the position is collapsing. The transition from the opening to the middle game went completely in Black's favor, because Black kept the pieces active while White played aimless moves like g4. King moves are often a sign of desperation in the middle game. Once your king is forced to move, your coordination is essentially broken. Black's pieces are now swarming. The knight on f4 is an absolute monster, paralyzing White's defense and preparing the final execution. The king is fleeing into the teeth of the attack. At this point, White is basically playing for hope, but Black sees the pattern. Notice how the pieces work in total harmony, the knight, the queen, and the bishop all staring down that king. This is the definition of a mating net. And the final blow, qh5 checkmate, an absolutely beautiful display of coordination by Black. The queen dominates the board, and the king has nowhere to run. A cold, clinical finish to an aggressive game. Take notes on how Black maintained that pressure once the initiative was gained. What an incredible lesson in tactical awareness. Never underestimate the power of piece development over aimless pawn pushes. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Chess 64 Elite Academy right now for more elite chess content.